Hey cookies, it's Sarah. I'm coming at you pre-recorded from a random office building somewhere in San Diego. If you want to skip ahead to a specific question you have, look in the description for the timestamps below. But this video is here to teach you how to fill out your cost of attendance form for the Jack Kent Cooke Scholarship. It's important to be able to do this so that you can understand what's going on with your finances. And it will make your experience with the financial aid office a little bit better. And you'll be able to check the financial aid office for mistakes that they may make, because everybody makes mistakes. There's one caveat before we get started. I know your financial aid worksheet, if you look at it, says, please email or fax this form to your financial aid office to complete. But in my experience, every time I did that, I either got the form filled out wrong and my financial aid got messed up, they missed something on the form, and last, I ended up having to fill out the form myself in the financial aid office, and then a financial aid office advisor would just sign it. So because that happened to me so many times, I decided that I would teach other people how to do that if they're in that dilemma, and they can move forward with their lives and not have to deal with the sadness of refilling out a worksheet 3 million times. You are going to need 4 things to fill out your cost of attendance form correctly. First, you're going to need your cost of attendance form, which you can find on the Cooke Access portal. I would download it and print it out so that you can write on it. It feels just a lot better for me. The second thing you need is your actual of the year you're going to school financial aid confirmation letter. You're going to get that from your school's access portal in the financial aid area. The third thing you're going to need is the estimated cost of attendance from your school. That's going to be on the school's website, and make sure you pick the correct year that you will be enrolled at that school. And then the fourth thing you're going to need is a calculator. So you may ask, well, what happens when I don't have my financial aid award confirmation letter? My cost of attendance form is due in 2 weeks, and I don't know what to do. Well, for this video, I have linked below a dummy financial aid award confirmation letter so that you can follow along with this video and follow along with the math, so that when you get your award, you can do everything correctly.
Hey guys, so right now we're going to go over the financial aid confirmation letter that you may have gotten from your financial aid office or you've downloaded from your financial aid portal. So this is the financial aid award confirmation letter that I have linked in the description. So if you don't have your actual one, download this and follow along with me. Your confirmation letter should have your correct spelled name, your identification number from your school, and the award date. And the award date should be of the year that you're filling out the form. The award information will give you if you're dependent, which means you're under 24 years of age, or if you're independent, which means you're over 24, and there's other reasons you could be independent, but you will know those reasons. So it'll also tell you your standing at your school, so senior, junior, sophomore. If you're in good standing, which has to do with your grades, paying bills on time, checking out too many books and never giving them back, and if you're in-state residency status. And that just makes your tuition cheaper if you're in-state. If you're out of state, that's okay. It'll be the same process. So we're going to jump right into it. Here we're going to look first at our estimated cost of attendance. If you look at your school's website, they will have an estimated cost of attendance for the year in which you are enrolling. That is an estimate. It's not always the number that you will see here on your confirmation letter, and that's why you shouldn't use those numbers to fill out your cost of attendance worksheet. They're not always correct, and they can get you into some trouble. So here we're going to use what's on our financial aid form, because that's what your financial aid officer would also use. So let's just get into it. For this one, I'm going to say that our cost of attendance is $40,000 a year. Our expected parent contribution is $2,000. And our expected student contribution, which is you, is $100. So your total expected family contribution is $2,100. Your financial aid office will refer to this as your EFC. Your EFC, or expected family contribution, in most colleges around the world cannot be met with scholarships. They can only be met with your own money, your parents' money, or be met with loans. And so this is a really big problem that I think schools do not address, and I will address this problem, which is called scholarship displacement, later, but we're just going to move on. So in order to figure out your financial need, which is the amount of money that scholarships can pay for you to go to school, all you do is take your estimated cost of attendance, subtract your total expected family contribution, and you'll have your financial need. In this case, it's $40,000 minus $2,100, which will get us $37,900. This number, $37,900, is your new cost of attendance. Your financial aid advisor should not put $40,000 as your cost of attendance because this form is for scholarships, and if they know and they are a school that does scholarship displacement and they put $40,000, you will get scholarships retracted. So here, we're going to put $37,900 as our new cost of attendance. So we're going to switch over frames to our cost of attendance worksheet. Here, we're going to look down to the total COA per term, and we're going to go all the way to the right, all the way to the bottom of this chart, and we're going to put $37,900. That's our total COA per term. That's the amount of money that we can get in scholarships and not get scholarship displacement. Hey guys, this is the part of the video where I'm going to explain what scholarship displacement is. If you want to skip, you can go to this timestamp and you can continue on with filling out your COA. So in this part of the video, I'm going to talk about scholarship displacement really quickly. Scholarship displacement is when your university retracts your scholarships because the amount of scholarships you got exceeded the financial need that they set for you. So for a simple example, if your university says that their cost of attendance is $10,000, they expect you to pay out of pocket $3,000. That means your financial need is $7,000. If you get scholarships that exceed $7,000, they will retract the scholarships by the amount in which it exceeds. In other words, if you get $8,000 worth of scholarships and they set your financial need as $7,000, they will retract your scholarships and make you pay $1,000. So now that you know what it is, you can avoid it, and we're just going to continue on. So now we're going to go back to our Jack Kent Cooke cost of attendance worksheet. I have it here, and I'm going to start from the top just in case this is somebody's first time filling it out. I just want to start from the top. What you need to provide is your scholar name, which is your full name, your email, your college or university name, the one that you're about to transfer into or the one you got into, the four-year university, and your student ID number, which should be provided to you by your school or you've memorized that. Next, you need to indicate your health insurance needs. If you read through these, check the box that is most relevant to you. Then it says, please include a computer in my cost of attendance. If you need a computer, then you have to go through a process called cost of attendance add-ons. And even though you say yes on this form, that doesn't mean you'll get the money for a computer. You need to either go to your financial aid office and ask for a cost of attendance add-on for a computer and fill out that form, or they will help you do that form, or you can find those forms online on your financial aid office website. I will talk about cost of attendance add-on forms at the end of this video, so that's just a quick intro to that. So say yes or no. Just warning, if you say yes, you need to do more paperwork. Then your scholar signature, which is your signature, and the date in which you fill this out. Again, it says, please email and fax to financial aid office, but like I said in the beginning, I always had a problem, and I'm going to show you how to fill it out yourself, or check if your financial aid officer filled it out correctly. Okay, so now we're down at the form, the Jack Kent Cooke cost of attendance worksheet, where it says cost of attendance, and there's a table below it where it says fall, winter, spring, or if you're in semesters, it says fall, spring, and then it says total cost of attendance, and it has on the left side tuition, required fees, health insurance. It's just a breakdown of what your cost of attendance is. And so if you go to your school's billing website or you go to your financial aid portal, you'll be able to find a breakdown of what your cost of attendance is. And so if you're following along with the worksheet, I just made up a cost of attendance breakdown, and so I'm just going to fill that in. But if you're following along with your own, just make sure you write in the correct numbers and make sure that they add up. So in this case, I'm going to show you, we're going to put tuition and required fees together, and that's going to cost all the way at the end. The total cost of attendance for tuition and required fees is $24,000. And then I'm going to bunch together health insurance, books and supplies together, and that's going to be $6,000. And then room and board, personal miscellaneous, and transportation is going to be $10,000. Since we're in a trimester system, we're going to have to split that into 3. So $24,000 divided by 3 is $8,000 for fall, $8,000 for winter, $8,000 for spring. $6,000 is $2,000 for fall, $2,000 for winter, $2,000 for spring. So for the $10,000, what you may have realized when you divide $10,000 divided by 3, you get a decimal place. And a lot of people ask, do financial aid officers put decimal places on this form? And usually the answer is no. If you have a breakdown of your billing, your bill will say if they charged you $3,333 for one term or $334 for another term. So what I normally do is take $10,000, divide it by 3, and just round up to whatever dollar that is. If you have a breakdown, usually it will say $3,333 for one term, $3,333 for another, and $3,334 for another term, which will add up to $10,000. Either way, you could do it. In this example, I'm going to do the way the financial aid office and choose one term where they increased it by 77 cents. So in this case, I'll have fall being $3,333, winter being $3,333, and spring being $3,334. Now we're at the part of the table that says other, and this is the place where I put the EFC, or the expected family contribution. This will be a negative number because it is being subtracted from your cost of attendance. Again, thus far, your tuition, required fees, health insurance, books and supplies, room and board, personal and miscellaneous, and transportation, if you go all the way to the right, all of those numbers together should add up to $40,000. Then, where it says other, I usually put an arrow, I write EFC, and then all the way on the right, I put negative whatever your EFC is. In my example, it will be $2,100, and if you divide that by 3, it'll be 700, 700, and 700. All negative because you're getting it subtracted so that you don't get scholarship displacement. So if we have this whole thing filled out, we should have in the right-hand corner the first 7 boxes should add up to your cost of attendance. Then you should have a negative number in the amount of your expected family contribution, which should add up or subtract up to $37,900. And you may ask, computer, if applicable, should I put that in? If you went through the time to fill out your cost of attendance add-on form, then you can put that here. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just going to say we don't need a computer this year. So now we're going to look at the bottom of the table on the left-hand side where it says total COA per term. What you're going to do is add up that entire column. So for fall, we're going to do $8,000 plus $2,000 plus $3,333 minus $700, which was our EFC, and that will add up to $12,633. If we do that for winter and spring, we should get, when we add up the column for winter, $12,633 for winter and $12,634 for spring. That one extra dollar was due to the unevenness of dividing $10,000, like I described before, just reiterating. And then, if we want to make sure that we're super correct, what we're going to do is take the row of total COA per term and add together $12,633 plus $12,633 plus $12,634, and what we should get is $37,900. So now we're here at the table that's titled Award Gift Aid, and it should be in the same format as your cost of attendance table. It should have different titles on the left-hand side, but similar titles on the top. What we're going to do here is refer back to the financial aid award confirmation letter, which I'm going to double screen so that you can look at both and see where the numbers are coming from. So now that we're looking at the financial aid award confirmation letter, which is on the right side of the screen, and your cost of attendance worksheet, which is on the left side of the screen, we can kind of have a better time filling this out. And you should have both of these forms together when you're filling the worksheet out. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're looking at the table on the cost of attendance worksheet that says Jack Kent Cooke Foundation on it, that says award gift aid. Here I have it underlined in pink, and so now you can compare it directly with the academic year award information table-ish on the financial aid award confirmation letter. So under academic year award information, we see it says you got a Pell Grant, university aid, and a state scholarship. And it'll say what they've offered to you, what you've accepted, and the breakdown in quarters or semesters. So right here, I'm just saying that they offered you $7,000 of a Pell Grant, $900 of a university aid, and $6,000 in a state scholarship, and you've accepted that. So now what you're going to do is go back to the cost of attendance worksheet form, and you're going to put where it says Pell Grant, you're going to go all the way to the right and put $7,000. If it says SEOG, you did not get an SEOG grant, so you can put crosses through that. And then where it says state scholarship, it gets kind of confusing because your financial aid award confirmation didn't do this in order. So you're going to look at state scholarship and look at your state scholarship, and it was for $6,000. So you're going to go all the way to the right and put $6,000. Then, did you get institutional aid? Well, yes, you did. That's university aid. So then you're going to go all the way to the right again and put $900. In this case, in my examples, you did not get any other outside scholarships because that's what I did. If you did, you can put it there. Just make sure everything adds up. So now you're going to go back to your financial aid award confirmation letter where they've split up your payments into fall, winter, and spring and fill those out accordingly. So for the Pell Grant, we're for fall going to put $2,333, winter $2,333, and spring $2,334. They did that roundup thing again. For state scholarship, you're going to put $2,000 for fall, $2,000 for winter, and $2,000 for spring. And then for institutional aid, you're going to put $300 for fall, $300 for winter, and $300 for spring. Where it says total gift aid per term, you're going to do the same thing that we did above for the cost of attendance, and you're just going to add the columns. So you're going to add up $2,333 plus $300 plus $2,000, and that should get you $4,633. If you do the same thing for winter, you're going to get $4,633, and then for spring, you're going to get $4,634. So now that you have your total gift aid per term and your total COA per term here in green, you can calculate the maximum amount of Jack Kent Cooke scholarship you can get per term without getting displacement of aid. So in order to calculate this, what you're going to do is you're going to take your total COA per term. So for fall, we're going to take $12,633 and subtract it by your total gift aid for that term, which would be $4,633. And if you have a calculator or Excel, you can just write $12,633 minus $4,633, which will hopefully get you $8,000. I cooked the numbers, so you're going to get a nice number at the end. If you're doing your actual cost of attendance form from your university, you're going to get crazy numbers like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, whatever. So moving on, if we do this for winter, we do $12,633 minus $4,633, and we should get $8,000 again. And for spring, $12,634 minus $4,634 should give you $8,000 again, totaling at $24,000. Just to reiterate, what you're going to do is take the columns where you calculated your maximum Jack Kent Cooke award without getting displacement, add that row up, 8,000 plus 8,000 plus 8,000, and you get $24,000. This number, $24,000, is the maximum amount of money you can get from Jack Kent Cooke as a total for the year without getting scholarship displacement. So a lot of people ask me, so you got this crazy scholarship and it's up to $40,000. What are you going to do with that $40,000? And what I always say back to them is that I don't get $40,000. The school sets how much money you can get from Jack Kent Cooke. With that said, you've pretty much filled out your entire cost of attendance worksheet on your own. Congratulations. Woo! And now as you scroll down, you need to get your financial aid officer or someone in the financial aid office to sign this worksheet. And with COVID, I think the best way to do this is email them a PDF of this worksheet and say, hey, can you look over these numbers and sign your name at the bottom, XYZ. Or if you're confused and still don't know how to do it, you can send them the worksheet and just pray that they fill it out correctly. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. I'm going to add on a little bit about a cost of attendance form, but that will be right now. So here I'm going to talk about cost of attendance add-on forms really quickly. If you have more questions, you can always ask your financial aid officers if they ever respond back to you. So a cost of attendance add-on form is a form that you fill out to increase your total cost of attendance so that you can get more scholarships. Say you have a higher rent than they calculated. Say you need to add your computer that they didn't calculate in your cost of attendance. What you do is go to your financial aid website, go to your financial aid officer that you trust, and get one of these cost of attendance forms. And what you're going to do is sign your name, sign the amount of money, or the form will tell you the max amount of money you can get. And what will happen is your financial aid advisor will adjust your cost of attendance. So I'll end this with an example. Say that your cost of attendance was set at $10,000. Your expected family contribution was $3,000, and they set your financial need at $7,000, which is your COA minus your EFC. I'm just going through this one more time. The amount in scholarships cannot exceed $7,000, and if it does, you'll get scholarship displacement. But say, hey, I need a computer. I need that extra $1,000 for a computer. What you're going to do is fill out a form from your financial aid office for $1,000 for a computer, and they will reset your cost of attendance to $11,000. Your EFC will still be $3,000, but with that $11,000, now your financial need is $8,000. And so Jack Kent Cooke sends you that $8,000, and you got an extra $1,000 for a computer. So this is the end of the video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you have any questions, you can contact me either through this website, contact me through Facebook. These are just my opinions that I expressed in this video. There's a million different ways to get this form signed, and I hope this informed you